On December 5, 2024, the Criminal Investigations Directorate CID headquarters in Kibuli wrote to the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Education in collaboration with the State House Anti-Corruption Unit over allegations of embezzlement of funds in the Ministry of Education and Sports. It is alleged that between January 2021 and August 2024, unauthorized transactions were made through the Integrated Financial Management Systems, IFMIS, of the Ministry of Education. The purpose of the letter was to invite the following officers to appear before the State House Anti-Corruption Unit, located on the 4th floor of the President's office in the Parliament building. Olive Gertrude Semogere, who was the cashier at the Ministry of Education, on whose account the money in question was deposited in one of the local banks. Julius Taebwa, the Principal Assistant Secretary of Finance and Administration. Stephen Nzogi, Assistant Commissioner of Internal Audit. Patrick Apechu, the Principal Economist of the Planning Unit. Safina Kisu, the Commission of Health Education and Training. Francis Atima, the Director of Education Standards. Sarah Bogosi, the Commissioner of the Special Needs Department. Kenneth Mugumya, Assistant Commissioner of Accounts. Zoji, the Commissioner of Internal Audit, and Kenneth Mugumya, the Assistant Commissioner Accounts, were named in the 2022 IGG probe, in which 9 billion was stolen as the country was recovering from the ramification of the COVID-19 pandemic. The two were part of the 15 officials who admitted guilt and opted to refund the money within 28 months. The stolen funds were intended for the rehabilitation and equipping the two agricultural schools, which were later discovered to have been closed. Questions still remain as to how the named officials were transferred to larger ministries despite evidence of their involvement. In a telephone conversation but not on record, Fickson Okonye, the Internal Auditor General of the Ministry of Finance, under which technical staff like Nzogi and Mugumya are deployed, stated that he wrote a report to the relevant authorities highlighting the 9 billion shillings spent without accountability. From Monday until next week, 16 officials from the Ministry of Education are expected to record statements at the Criminal Investigations Directorate CID headquarters in Kibuli. This followed an investigation into the misappropriation of 9 billion shillings which they allegedly signed for and used to share it with the top officials within the same ministry. This also followed guidance from the Directorate of Public Prosecution, which guided police to ensure they add the 16 more people on the list, making a total of 24 officials from the Ministry of Education who are being investigated in this matter. Sudhir Byaruhanga, NTV, Kampala.